What's going on, everybody? Spunky Nights 91 coming, guys, with another video. So another season of Eagles football is upon us. Eagles coming to the season after a very disappointing 4-11-1 season last year. New quarterback, new head coach. A lot of uncertainties about this team coming to this year. Pretty similar to what it was like in 2016 with Wentz and Peterson. You know, Jalen Hurts, of course, second-year quarterback coming to his sophomore season. This year, coming in as a starter after Carson Wentz, of course, was traded to the Colts last year. And there's just a lot of uncertainties when it comes to this team. Jalen Hurts is playing to keep the starting job. He's playing to prove himself that he can be that franchise quarterback that we're hoping that he can be. Nick Sirianni, of course, coming in after being the offensive coordinator with the Colts. Eagles hired him because Nick Sirianni, of course, was offensive coordinator with the Colts with Frank Wright, the Eagles' former offensive coordinator when we won the Super Bowl. Just listening to Nick Sirianni, watching his press conferences, the culture that Nick Sirianni is that he is installing here in Philadelphia. At first, I was very iffy about this hire. I understood why they made the hire. Like I said, Frank Wright protege. So I understood why they made the hire, but I was still a little iffy about it. But one thing about the Eagles, they're not known for making those big name splash hires. Andy Reid, when he was hired by the Eagles in '99, was not a big name splash hire. Chip Kelly was a big name splash hire out of college, but Doug Peterson was not a big name hire, and Nick Sirianni is not a big name hire. That's the way that Jeffrey Lurie and Roseman, they like to hire these coaches that not a lot of people are really necessarily looking at. And overall, there's no denying the success that the Eagles have had overall when it comes to that decision. But when I listen to Nick Sirianni, man, I listen to this guy. I like the coach that he's establishing with this team. You can tell that these players, they love playing for him. They love being coached by him. And hopefully that translates to success on the field. We'll see. Now, going to this season, not too many people have high expectations for the Eagles. If I'm being realistic with you guys, I'm not coming to the season with super high expectations. I just want to see, I want to see this team do very well. But if I see improvement, I see this team is headed in the right direction. That we that we have a team that battles and for all 4 quarters, 60 minutes a game. I see a team that plays their butts off. They actually go out there and they fight and they battle the entire game. Then I'm happy. I told you guys in my the video that I did when the schedule came out, I see this team as a 500, maybe slightly better 500 team. So if I see, if I'm being realistic, realistically, let's say a 9-8 season, maybe 9-8. That I'll be happy with that. If we can do better than that, obviously that's great. But coming off a 4-11-1 season, there's no reason for anybody to be super cocky going to the season. Just keeping it real. But I do think this team is good enough to definitely make some noise, to definitely be competitive. I think they could definitely possibly in this division with the NFC East being what it is. I see this team possibly being a surprise and winning this division. I mean, I can see them squeaking in the playoffs by winning the division, because let's be honest, the NFC East is not really that great of a division. It's been a weak division for years. Of course, the media as always are hyping the Cowboys up, always overhyping them for them to fall. So, just realistically speaking, I see this as a 500, maybe slightly better 500 team. I could see 11-6 possibly, but we'll see. But yeah, man, surprisingly, I saw one guy that really is, he's warning people, do not sleep on the Eagles. He's saying this team right here could be that team that really surprises people by how well they play this year. He's saying that they are a better team than what people are predicting them to be. And that guy is Tony Romo. Never liked Tony Romo as a quarterback for the Cowboys, but as an analyst, I really do have a lot of respect for Tony Romo. He's become one of those guys as an analyst. I really do enjoy watching his work as an analyst. So him coming out saying the Eagles could be a surpriser team, a shocking team for a lot of people, you know, he could very well be true. Because when you look down at it, yes, this is a rebuilding team. Absolutely, it's a rebuilding team. I'm not going to here with super high expectations like, oh, this is going to be a Super Bowl winning team. But I do think this team is better than a lot of people are giving them credit for being. There are a lot of people who are very low on this team, but I think they will surprise people. And the one thing about the Eagles that we Eagle fans all know, when people doubt the Eagles, that's when the Eagles are at their best. When people do not have super high expectations for the Eagles, that's when the Eagles are at their best. So I'm fine with the underdog role. It worked well for us, you know, back in 2017 when we won the Super Bowl. Not saying we're going to win the Super Bowl this year, but what I'm saying is the Eagles are at their best when nobody's expecting anything from them. Now, when it comes to Jalen Hurts is playing for, to prove himself. He has a chip on his shoulder. A lot of people are doubting if he's truly that guy. You know, a lot of Eagles vid makers, a lot of Eagles fans, you know, they have their questions about Jalen Hurts. So this right here is an opportunity. It's a chance for Jalen Hurts to go out there and prove himself. And me personally, I'm rooting for the kid, obviously, because he's our quarterback. I root for whoever our quarterback is. But let's say that Jalen Hurts does not, he does not deliver. Then it's a win-win situation for the Eagles. If Jalen Hurts proves that he is that guy, that he is our franchise quarterback, that's great. We have 2, potentially 3 first-round picks next year to build around him. Now, if he's not that guy, then we have 2, potentially 3 first-round picks to find that guy in the 2021 NFL Draft. So when you look at it, it's a win-win situation for the Eagles regardless. So I have a lot of hope for Jalen Hurts. The kid says everything that he needs to say. He's out there busting his ass. He's looked good in practice, training camp, OT. He's looked very good overall. So I'm very hopeful for this kid. As long as he's behind center for the Eagles, I'm gonna be wishing nothing but the very best for this kid. So we'll see. Going to this game against the Atlanta Falcons, a familiar foe for the Eagles, I think this right here is definitely a winnable game for the Eagles. I said in my weekly picks, I picked the Eagles to win this game, and I'm gonna still stand by that pick. I got the Eagles win this game by a score of 24-14. That is my score prediction, 24-14. The Falcons really don't scare me all that much. They really don't at all. They got some, they still got Matt Ryan over there. But Julio Jones, of course, went to the Titans during the offseason when he was traded to the Titans. But I see this right here as a winnable game for the Eagles. Defense, it starts with the trenches. Big guys up front, Fletcher Cox, those guys, they have to make sure that they get to Matt Ryan. Make sure that they're in Matt Ryan's face all day, pressuring Matt Ryan. This D-line, it starts with those guys up front. Make sure that we are in his face all game. Offensively, offensive line, gotta show up. Gotta give Jalen Hurts that time to throw the football, open up the running lanes. Jordan Mailata, congratulations again, Mailata, on that big contract of yours. Now it's time for you to go out there and not only prove that it was the right decision to give you that money, but go out there and earn those incentives by your performance. So, yeah, if this offensive line can stay healthy, which has been a big issue for us for the past few years, but if this offensive line can stay healthy, then this could be a season where, this team does some things that none of us expect them to do. So, definitely got to get that running game going. Miles Sanders, Boston Scott, open up those lanes, wearing down the Falcons' defensive line. That will open up things in the passing game, the play action. You got, you got Zach Ertz, you got Dallas Goedert. And when it comes to receivers, man, one thing about this Eagles team, if there's one position the Eagles are definitely not weak at, it is most certainly wide receiver. There are so many weapons here for Jalen Hurts to throw to. You got Devontae Smith, you got Craig Watkins, you got Greg Ward, Jalen Reagor, who I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, absolutely crossing my fingers that Jalen Reagor takes the next step this year, and he's definitely a serviceable, very good outside wide receiver, number 2 wide receiver next to Devontae Smith. We will see. But Jalen Hurts has the weapons. He clearly has the confidence. Him and Devontae Smith, played their college ball together at Alabama. I can't wait to see what those guys can do together on that field. It should definitely be a lot of fun to watch. But like I said, man, I'm picking the Eagles to win this game by a score of 24-14. Special teams got to be on point. Jake Elliott, one of the highest paid kickers in the game, got to be on point, got to be making those kicks. This is definitely a winnable game. We'll see what happens tomorrow, man. But I'm just happy that football is back. It's been a long off season. Even though I don't have super big high expectations for this season. I think this will be a decent team. But no, if I'm being realistic, the rebuilding process, I still see another 2 to 3 years before I can say that this team is back to being a legitimate contender. But this year, we could definitely take positive strides in the right direction. But we'll see. We'll see exactly what this team, what this team is, what we have in the 2021 Eagles. We will find out very shortly. We will find out in less than 24 hours from when I'm making this video. So I'm very optimistic. I'm going to the season not with putting super high expectations on this team, but I am expecting to see improvement from last year. I'm definitely expecting to see a much improvement from last year. And with a lot of players on this roster playing with a chip on their shoulder, I'm expecting those guys to continue to play with a chip on their shoulder and go out there and perform well. But yeah, that's my preview for this game. Let me know what you guys think. I got the Eagles once again winning by a score of 24-14. Jalen Hurts, go out there and prove those doubters wrong. A lot of people have been doubting you, kid. I believe in you. Go out there and prove them wrong. But as always, go Birds. Spunky 991 is out of here. Fly, go fly. Peace.